Hi, it's Cindy Fodor here with Stamp the Love, and it is Make It Monday. And yes, I am pre-recorded tonight because tonight is a class night, and I'm going to be showing you the 4 class projects for this month. I do want to let you know that you can earn them for free when you place an online order. I believe it's $40 or more. And I make that really easy this month because I'm doing a customer appreciation sale until the 15th. So just a few days left where you can buy 5 and get 1 free. So I will show you that when I flip the camera down. But I wanted to announce before we get going that last week's winner of the card that I did last week in the video is Yvonne Mallow. So congratulations, Yvonne. I'm excited for you to get this card. I will put it in the mail to you very shortly. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get situated with the camera down, and I will show you the 4 fun projects I have for you this month. Okay, so let me just mention about the sale. So it's buy 5, get any 5, get 1 free of any of our adhesives, including the seal, plus the seal, our foam adhesive strips, our foam adhesive sheets, tear and tape adhesive, fine tip glue, Stampin' Dimensionals, the mini dimensionals, and the black dimensionals, as well as the multi-purpose glue. So you can mix and match. You can buy as many sets of 5 as you want, and each 5 will have its corresponding free item. So if you get 5 of the seal plus refills, which are $8, of course you can get an $8 item as your free thing. Okay. And if you add like 5 dimensionals, you can get a dimensional as your free thing. So hopefully that helps to explain that. And let's see, the mini catalogs, they are out for our eyes only. I was able to pre-order, but I am going to be showing you some new things over the next 2 weeks to give you a little sneak peek of Celebration and the mini catalog that's coming out. So Celebration's January and February. I have already mailed, had Stampin' Up! Mail that your catalogs out to you, or you'll. I was hoping to give some out of class, but the ones that I ordered separately are not here yet, so I'm a little bummed about that. But anyways, you'll be getting them shortly in your hot little hands, and you'll be able to take a look at those and make your wish list and book a party if you. So this first card, I used this is actually our gold Celebration paper, but I wanted it in silver, so I just flipped it over, and the little dots are actually silver on the other side. How cool is that, right? So it's called Gold Celebration or something like that, but yeah, I turned it over. Plus I'm using our inked and tiled bundle. It's not a bundle, it's just a stamp. It is a bundle, it comes with a punch, but I'm not using the punch. And I'm using the inked and tiled paper, or it's called something like that. Okay, so pretty quick and easy, but this one shows you a little tip on cutting apart your stamps. And I know that might sound, some of you are probably cringing, but it's all good. So what I did was I wanted these flowers. So you can see the stamp here. It's a beautiful stamp, but I wanted to be able to stamp them in 2 separate colors. So I carefully used an X-Acto knife and cut in here and just chopped off the flowers from the stems. So quick and easy. Let me show you how that works. Then I'm just going to stamp. I'm using Lost Lagoon because that's the color we use. So we're having Lost Lagoon stems. Just want to make sure I get this over here far enough. Isn't that so pretty? And then I laid these stamps on here, and then I put my block on so that they would be exactly where I need them to be. And then I can just line these up like so. I got that down a little bit low, but because they're not clear, you can't see through to see where you're stamping things. Now this is going to take a little bit of cutting, And let's see, I need to stamp my congratulations. Let me go ahead and do that. The congratulations is also from this stamp set. See if I can stamp that straight. Okay, then I can close this and I won't stick my fingers in it. All right, I just want to go ahead and show you how this card goes together, and then I will pop out that flower and put it on here. So my designer paper goes like this, and I have my adhesive here. Now this side's pretty too, but the other side has the colors that we're using. So that's why I chose to go with this side. And then how am I going to get this, attached to my paper? Well, a couple of ways. Just like vellum, it's see-through, so I don't want to put glue on it. But because I'm putting some things on top of it, I can glue under those. Or these circles are the perfect shape of our glue dots. So I could, I'm not sure that this is what I did, but I'm just going to be a little careful maybe where my greeting is going to go. Let's see, where would that be? Up here at the top. I'm going to try to put a glue dot, and just going to see if I can see through here enough so that I can just lay this glue dot right. If you put it up to the window, you can see through it. I'm not at a window, but if I can get my hands to work, I don't want to get fingerprints on it either. And then you can put that on there and just peel that piece off. Now that didn't work fabulously because it a little bit came along with that, which is why I didn't want to pick it up and put it over. But so another way you can try to do it is just by picking this up with your spatula or with your pokey tool. And I want to keep it small enough to fit on one of those little dots. Okay. And I see it's got a little bit of a hair out of place. And we'll go ahead and put that one in place. You can actually use this piece if you want. So that'll be two. That will hold that in place enough till we get everything else on there. I'm a little disappointed with that. So don't do that one. I think that one didn't work as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you still how to do one more trick if you didn't like either of those two. Is to tack this in place. Put your blue piece in place. It's actually Lost Lagoon, but I'm calling it blue. Let me go ahead and cut my tag here. Just do a little, and we'll put a couple of dimensionals on there. Okay. And then we can put that in place. And I want to cover the spot that I already messed up. And then I could just lift this up and I can stick a glue dot right under where that tag, where this tag covers. Okay. And the same with the flower when we go ahead and get the flower on here. Now, I know that people do not like to fussy cut anymore, and I apologize, but this is such a beautiful flower that it just needed to be used on this card. And so I just want to show you, like, because it's a brush stroke, it's not a perfect outline, so the cutting doesn't have to be perfect either, okay? So I'm just trying to create some smooth cuts as I move my paper and not my scissors. And I did end up, I wasn't going to cut this piece out, but I want to see that paper underneath. Okay, so the paper is, or that shiny paper with the dots on it, is like my focal point. Actually, the flower is supposed to be, but I really want people to be able to see as much of that as possible, okay? because it's such a special paper. So I wanted to cut that out so that we could really see that part as well. I know I'm flinging this around quite a bit. I apologize if the camera is not liking it. Actually, I'm using my phone to record this, and I'm really, like, my phone takes much better videos than my video camera does. But we won't tell my video camera, will we? Okay. All right, there we go. Let me get rid of this junk. All right, so we will just put a little green glue on here. I'm going to put a little green glue on the stems. And then I'm actually going to use glue dots for up here, just because it's going to be on that plastic. And green glue isn't going to do a great job on the plastic. So I'm going to put 2 glue dots on there so that it sticks well to the plastic. You could put dimensionals on there as well too. But I am just sticking these on like this. Okay, and then of course, once I have those in place, I could lift this plastic up and just put a glue dot right under here. Let me go ahead and do that so I can show you, since I didn't show you on the other one. I'm just going to lift that up and put one right under that flower that's sticking right there. Okay, and I brought this down below because I wanted this at a certain height, and then I'm just going to snip this piece off. And there we go. We just have to add a little bit of bling, and I'm using our iridescent pastel gems. They came in perfect for this. I actually didn't stamp my saying over there quite far enough, but I'm going to put one of the little blue ones on here, right there. And you could put more on if you want. All the colors go with this card, so that's perfect. I don't know if they were in that suite. In that, I don't think it was a suite, but anyways, they go perfect with that. Okay, so I did make a little silver bow, and we'll glue that on. I'll just pull that up here. I'm just going to roll that back down on itself so that it doesn't show behind, and we'll pop that right on there, and that finishes out all that silver look. Is that not cute? All right, so that is it for that one. Okay, the next one we're doing is this really adorable little gift card holder or money holder, and you do have to untie it to open it, because I actually adhered this part, and then it opens like this, and you can put the money in here. You could put your gift card this direction, but I actually made this card a little smaller, actually. So, and if you have enough glue there to hold it, it doesn't fit that way as well. You can see you wouldn't have much room in order to fit your card in there. So it's going to fit this way better. I actually made this wider so that we could stick it like that. Okay, so let's show you how I did that card. So I used a 4 1/4 by, I forget, did I cut this down? I think it's 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 3 1/4, 6 1/2, and this is just going to go fold, fold like that. Okay, pretty quick and easy. All right, and then I am using the Joyful paper. Picked this out because, well, you know, last week I did the card with this red music paper, and I just love it. So I had enough that I was able to use it for this project this month. And we're going to put that right on the front. We're going to use all of this paper. Before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and punch a little half circle here in the center of this one, just so that I think that helps you to know that there's supposed to be something going in there. And then for this one, I'm going to use my tiny little bottle with my green glue so that I can just get it along the edge. If I can get it to come out at all, that would be wonderful. Okay, so it needs a pin, and I'm just going to stick a pin down in here and get that going. There we go. Let's try this again. I tell people, squeeze not over your cards. I'm going to squeeze this into my trash can so that in case it starts coming out like crazy. You don't need a ton, so that's why I'm using this. People, you don't need a ton of green glue. I can't seem to get that into people's heads. This stuff sticks so well. It's also very messy, so you don't want to put a ton on and make a mess. Oops, I put that up there too far. Okay, there we go. All right, and then this one, not to leave the gold piece out, I just used it to accent the opposite side. So how quick and easy is that? All right, then for the front, to decorate that, I used the Sending Cheer bundle because I just love this, the stocking and the gingerbread guy. It has some great little sayings to put on your tags, and it's just such a fabulous set. And so I used it again. I'm going to pull out my Stamparatus because I set up my stamps on here. And I'm going to ink my stocking with, what is this, Pretty Peacock. I'm not sure if I can get this where you can see it. And I'm just using an ink spot here to do the holly. It's an old olive ink spot. And we're going to make sure that's up in the corner. And press that down good. Let's see how that comes out. Lovely. That's finished. So let me get that out of the way. Now, I have my holly done. I want to stamp. Let me just close this because otherwise I'm going to make a mess. I'm going to stamp For You in Cherry Cobbler to match our paper. So I'm going to put that just right on here. And you know what? I have a feeling I'm going to mess this up if I don't use my mat. There we go. And get rid of that. Okay, so now we can just glue this on. And I just put a little bit of glue right there and stuck that in place. And then we can add some dimensionals. And oh, here's some regular ones. I want it a little bit bigger. I'm going to put 2. But I also want to make sure that I have enough cord to go around my card. So we'll put that around here first. And then I'll put my tag in place. Peel off these dimensionals. And I sort of want them to stick onto the cord. But you don't have to, but... and then I'm just going to tuck this through this hole. And then I can go ahead and tie it. And of course, on camera, that's always fun, right? Trying to tie a bow. All right, last but not least, I'm going to use our red and green, actually our festive pearls. Because I have lots of these red ones left, which is fabulous. And that goes right there, and voila, we are done. Okay, our next card is a shaker card. How cool is that? I'm so excited about this. So let's get started with that. The first thing that we want to do inside of the shaker card is a piece of vellum that I stamped on. So I want to stamp that first. And I'm using, oh, I forget what this set is called. A leaf from yeah, I don't remember. Wonderfully Made or something like that. And I'm just going to stamp randomly on this vellum. This needs to dry, so I want to do this first. And actually, we have to put this inside, so we have to do this first, right? And we're probably going to need to heat it a little bit. So, because vellum will take a while and I don't really want to emboss it. So I'm going to just heat set it a little bit with my heat gun here, but we'll stamp a couple of things while that finishes drying. Just going to grab a piece of white scrap paper, and I'm using the stamp set, Heartfelt Hexagon, along with, I'm just trying to see if I'm in the camera here, along with the punch that coordinates with that, the hexagon-ish punch. I'm not sure what it's called. So we're making a birthday card. You'll notice that all of the cards, except for the gift card holder, have a different theme, and that goes along with my little gift for this month, which if you pop your order up to 50, you will get that gift as well, because it cost me a little bit to send that. So we're going to stamp this little outline, and then we can punch that out. I'm stamping that in Parakeet Party. I want that. And I'm trying, oh, there's one thing about this. I'm not sure if it's a flaw or if it's just a way to get these dots to be really, really fine. You just want to place this down and not press it really hard. And you see how cool those dots are. I hope I'm in a good spot for you. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and punch that out with this coordinating punch. And I just need to line up those little dots inside of there till they're even. And then I need 2 more of these. And I can punch them before I stamp them. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and use this piece right here. I'll just use the back of this one. All right, so that's finished. I better put that in here so I don't lose that. All right, let's go ahead and stamp. I'm trying something different here, so I'm hoping this works. I am using, if I can find it, the Happy from this set, Biggest Wish. Remember that set we forget to pull out? But the birthday in this is too big for on my stamp here. So I'm trying something different. I'm going to stamp the Happy here. Let me grab my mat again, because I know if I don't do it, I'll mess it up. I just didn't like how I felt like this Happy Birthday. It's so cute, but it just falls away on this card, on all the background and everything. So I wanted to change that up. So you're my guinea pigs tonight. And then I'm going to do the birthday in black. And I took that same Happy Birthday and I cut it apart because I didn't want the Happy. And I don't remember where that's from, but I'm hoping that my black ink here is going to be dark enough to show up on here. And yes, I love it. Okay. Very, very happy with that. All right. Inside, we're going to stamp Let's Eat Cake. And I'm going to stamp that because I did this in the green. I'm going to stamp that in the Pool Party. And that will just go on one of these other ones. One of them we're going to leave blank. I think I got that a little crooked. We're going to leave blank for writing because, as you can see, this is see-through. And so I put this in here that we could write on. Now I did pull out a stamp, another Happy Birthday stamp, just because we're not writing on the card. Our card is going to actually go this direction. Okay, so this is the inside of our card right here. Yeah, somewhere here I have another Happy Birthday. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. It's sitting up here. And I just stamped this randomly across here. Basically stamping one full and one off. And then, let's see, maybe going back the other way. You can be as creative as you want with this. Okay. And then let's go ahead and get our front finished. So it's going to be a little tricky. Okay, you can put them in a bigger container so you don't make a mess like I'm doing. All right, let's go ahead and see. This is mostly dry. There's still a little bit of shine on there, but I don't think that it's going to transfer. And I need my clear envelope. So this is one of our clear envelopes that we sell on the envelope page. And we're just going to stick this in here. And we're going to seal this. Let me just get it to the side that I want it to be on. I want it to be over here because this is how our card is going to go. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and tear this off so it's ready to close. And then we'll just get in here and get a few sequins. Like so. That's probably a few too many. Just so you know. All right. And then once we have those in there, we'll go ahead and seal this envelope. And I'm making it tight so that the vellum doesn't move up or down. All right, so that's our little shaker trick there. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to use tear and tape because we're gluing down this plastic envelope. So we're going to put tear and tape on the inside, on this side, and I don't have my little square block to tear with. Not sure where that got to. I keep taking them away and using them for things. And then we're going to go ahead and put one on this side as well, because that's going to be the easiest way to do this. Okay, so again, I just want to make sure we've got this orientation. So here's how the card is opening. All right, we're going to peel this off. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn this over. Make sure that, just be careful when you do that. Try not to get your gems over there in that area. And this is going to stick right in here where that little bit of envelope is showing. One nice thing, it's plastic, so you do have a little bit of a wiggle room. So stick that down there and then close this on that. And now, check it out. Now we have the front of our card, and just force that over here. You actually can score this, and I might go ahead and grab my cutter here. I did score mine, but I wasn't sure if it was going to need it, but it looks like it could use it. So I'm just going to put this right on. The card is almost at that edge, and I'm just going to press this down as hard as I can. And that gave me a little bit of a score there and helped me to fold that over. Okay, so there's the front of our card now. We've got those wonderful shakers in there. Now we're ready to put our tags on. And this one we're going to put some dimensionals on, if I can find what I did with those big ones. I didn't see them. I might have stuck them in that other case. These just take so much longer to do while you're on camera. Let me grab some of these edge pieces here. That goes a lot faster, right? Okay. It's okay. You're not going to see through this because on the opposite side of here, I put this one so that, you know, those cute see-through books that they do for kids, and you always want to make sure that something is on the other side if you don't like what's showing through. So I'm going to just put Seal Plus on here. Whoops, that stuck down before I wanted it to. Oh well, it doesn't look terrible. It has a little shadow there. Now, for my one where I want to write, I'm going to put this on here like this. I'm going to lay this on top of here, because I want it to match up with those two. I'm not going to put it perfect because they aren't perfect, but it's gonna go along with those so that when I lay it on here, it will be in a similar spot. Actually, I don't like that this doesn't line up because on the front it looks terrible. So let me fix that. That Seal Plus works, let me just tell you. It's nothing to mess around with, is it? Okay, now let's do this over again. And this time I'm going to make it perfect. Make it match up. Why not, right? Why not do it right the first time? All right, and then we can just lay that down. And now they should match up perfectly, and you don't even see them on the when you open the card, until you open the card. Okay, so then we have our silver ribbon, and that's just going to go around this edge here. And I'm just tying that in a knot. There we go. Let's trim that up a little bit. And we are finished with this card. I hope you enjoy this. I saw one of my team, Debbie, made a shaker card like this, and I just thought it was cute. I know it's not exactly the same, but I'm really excited that I saw her idea, and I just turned it into something that worked for me. But yeah, I hope that you enjoy that card. Okay, our final card also goes along with the gift, and it's a sympathy card. I am actually giving you a little sneak peek of a celebration item. Here we go. It's this paper. I forget what it's called, but you can see it has some birds on the other side. I'm trying to use it in a way to show you how to save paper. All right, so a lot of times we have gorgeous paper that we would love and we don't want to waste it, and we want to make a lot of cards. So this is a 3 by 4 inch piece, and I'm putting it on a 4 1/4 by 11 inch card, folded in half at 5 1/2. And so that piece is going to go right here. Let's go ahead and put that in place. And then what I did was I just measured how much I needed to fill the rest of the card. And I did that with a piece of white cardstock. And I ran it through an embossing folder because, you know, no flat paper. And that one is, it's 2 and it's like 2 1/8. Okay. And we'll go ahead and stick that one in place. And I'm just leaving a little bit of space in between. Okay, like that. Let me just scoot this back here so I can keep working. So then I did one of our tags, and we're going to stamp the with sympathy on that. So let's go ahead and grab our mat again. And that's going to get stamped with Misty Moonlight. With Sincere Sympathy. And I don't want this to be plain white because you can see it's going to get lost on here. So I experimented with some color, and I'm going to pull a piece of scrap paper out here so that I can do a little sponging. So I started out with Petal Pink. I think that's what this is. My tags on it are so terrible anymore. So I started out with Petal Pink and just brushed the edges. And I'm going to let you tell me what you like best. So I'm going to do Petal Pink, and then I'm going to add some Sweet Sorbet. Actually, maybe I won't add the Sweet Sorbet because I have that on the other card, and you can tell me which one you like best. I sort of like the soft look of this. And then our ribbon is in Petal Pink as well. I'm going to go ahead and stick that on here because I think I'm going to leave this like this and just let you tell me which of these you like best. And in class, of course, people can put whichever color they want on it. And then this goes on dimensionals. Then I cut this piece out with Garden Green. And hopefully my goal was to actually be able to create 2 from this because I only need this tiny little piece that's up here, okay? So if I cut this here, I'm going to just cut that there. And then I have this one. This one just needs trimmed up a little bit. This little leaf right here just needs a haircut, and voila, I have another perfect little piece that I can use behind my card. So now I have two from that one piece. All right, so let's go ahead and add a little bit of green glue here, and we'll decide where we want that to go. And I'm just going to stick that in place, because then I can stick my dimensionals on and everything will hold it in place. Okay. Now you can do this straight, you can do it crooked, whichever you want. I'll keep it straight so that we can actually have a fairly good comparison. Now before I show you both of them, let's add our bling. Sorry. We're using something new. This came out in the holiday catalog, I think, and I haven't used them at all yet. The Blooming Pearls. Look how gorgeous they are. They're so pretty. And of course I was doing Christmas stuff, so I didn't get them used, but now I'm ready to do other things. And so we're going to add one of each. I'm just using the small ones because I think big on this card would be a little too much. So I'm going to put one of each of the small ones on here. And we'll scoot that back in there. All right, let me show you both of them together so you can vote. Let's see if I can get them both on the screen here. So here's the one that's sponged with the Sweet Sorbet to look more like the colors here. But this one's done in petal pink. It matches the ribbon and it matches some of the lighter pinks in the flowers here. So let me know which one you like best. And that way, when people make their cards, they can figure out which one they'd like to do. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, when you place an order this month, you will get all 4 of these projects for free if your order is $40 or more. If it's $50 or more, you will also get the free gift that correlates with all the projects that we're doing this month. And I can't tell you what it is because it's a surprise. And some of you I will maybe see at class this week. And if I don't see you, have a Merry Christmas.